What's happening, my people? So you know I had to come with this. I had to come with this, man. If you've been watching my channel, I've been doing power videos for years at this point. So this is Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. This is the series premiere. Why should we care about this series? Kanan, we know what happens with the story. He dies. Ta-da! So spoiler alert. But look at Marvel. They got Black Widow. Black Widow has a whole show. Has a whole movie. They put a big budget into it. She died. Look at Loki. They got a whole series. Look, he dead. Is he dead? I don't know. He's weird. But we want to see what drove Kanan to become who he was. Like, was he always that way? Was it his circumstances, the way he was raised, his parenting, just his surroundings, etc., etc.? Because he was kind of the catalyst to everything, man. He put Ghost in the game, he put Tommy in the game and stuff. So, I'm gonna get to another point later on in the talking. Usually I write a bunch of notes and stuff. This time I didn't want to do any notes. I wanted to kind of freestyle this right here and just get it out. But it starts in 1985. So Kanan is a little bitty boy. He out on the playgrounds and stuff, getting his ass whooped. So they just tearing Kanan up, dog. And they know his mama is like a drug dealer or something. He got a little paper, a little cheese with him. So, and it always been a tandem. It always been Kanan and what's her name? Jukebox. Kanan and Jukebox. But they was holding Jukebox back, so she couldn't help him. So it was Kanan by herself, man. They were whipping on Kanan. So he gets up like 5 times, man. He gets up like Rocky. But then he finally takes off. Lift fat chubby boy. He take off. His mama catch him, and she in old school fashion in the 80s. This how it was. You get your ass whipped. I'm bringing you over there, and I'm gonna whip your ass, or you gonna whip their ass. One of them gonna happen. You gonna back up out there. You like, he too strong. She give him a sock, and I don't know where she put her batteries and nickels and stuff. Man, Kanan goes back there. That was his first lesson. You can't let nobody do you dirty, man. You gotta handle your business. So he go out there, and Kanan beat the dog shit out of these little boys with this sock. So that was his first lesson to show him his brutality and why he was brutal like that. That's how he was raised. Then we jump ahead into 1991. So Kanan, he's doing his school thing, he's in high school, everything. He's just a regular kid. He's actually gifted. He's kind of like Tariq. He kind of like Tariq, man. He's gifted. So his mother wants him to have all the best opportunities in the world, so he doesn't have to do what they do. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? That's the first time I actually thought about it. That's why he was so close to Tariq. Tariq was him. Tariq wasn't Ghost. Tariq was him. So she wants him to go to a school, and it's the best school in the city and stuff, man. He gotta pass this test, etc., etc. He don't want to pass it. He don't want to leave. And then it's kind of like, we all we got. If I go to this school and leave my mama, like I feel like I'm leaving her. Like she kept me around all this time. She could have sent me to my grandmother's house, but she didn't. So he has a lot to deal with. They got Jukebox around, and that's crazy how he say, because he said like Jukebox was his closest person in his life, period. And if y'all remember, man, he killed Jukebox for Tariq. So he sacrificed his number one, his day one family for Tariq. Damn. Well, that's crazy. That's crazy. But so he in this school, man, we see his first little crush. Like this girl he's in love with since 2nd grade. And he ain't never got with her. She with the dope dealer brother and stuff. So He actually seemed like a kind-hearted young fella and whatever. They got his little crew. One thing that was kind of odd to me, like, I know why they didn't do it, because, like, in all the stories, it was always like Kanan, Tommy, and Ghost. Like, they grew up together and they did this. And I remember even Kanan saying something like, Ghost knew that he only had to be faster. He only had to be faster than us. Something like that. So he always was like for himself. But why wasn't they around, like, in these episodes and stuff? Like, if they was part of the early crew and stuff. But I guess they don't want to introduce them because they don't want to overshadow, like, you worried about what's happening with Ghost and Tommy characters and stuff instead of Kanan. Like, we want to focus on Kanan. But his mother is a big dope dealer in the hood, man. They got a lot of nice characters, man. Joey Badass, like, he's the dope man in the hood. Like, he's the man. So that's dope, man. I like Joey Badass. But his mother she's the one. She runs the hood. Well, it was her and her man. He ended up getting killed, so she had to take over the blocks and whatever. And Kanan, he has a choice, man. You could go to the school or whatever, or you can, like, kind of help. And he feels like he got to stay by his mother and stuff. So he ended up failing his test. Like, he fails the test on purpose and stuff. Like, he ain't no dummy. But he actually was a dummy in street terms. He thought he was too smart for his own good, because they had a beef in the hood. Like, Joey Badass wanted some blocks in this and that and blase. They talk in codes. So 50 Cent, with Kanan, he feels like he deciphered the codes and this and that. And then they see that Joey Badass, his mother and them, they came to an agreement. Like, you gonna have these blocks, I'm gonna have these blocks. But he think he deciphers this or whatever, and he gets it all wrong. He like, oh, they own these blocks. These are our blocks. So he feel, I gotta take this into my own hands. So he go shoot up the block and go shoot. And then I think it's kind of selfishness too, because he kills his crush. He kills her boyfriend, and so he's competition out of the way. But then he feels like he did something good. Like, I gotta get my mama back. His mama had already came to a deal. So you just messed thing up. So now it's war. So now they gonna be on Kanan's head. So they shoot at Kanan, but he misses it. We introduced to Omar Epps, like, he's one of the detectives and stuff. Like, he think he runs the hood. Like, Omar Epps, you know him from High Learning, all kind of movies, man. Like, Omar Epps, he the man. But at the end of the episode, man, Kanan, his mother has a choice to make. Like, you gotta teach him the game, or what? Like, that's the game that we in. So she take him out way to the country and stuff, or the outskirts of the. She take him far away. Like, I can't say the country. Like, it's New York, but so she, like, teaches him how to shoot a gun and stuff. So she, like, do this and that, and, like, shoot this bullet off. And she like, look, you see that bullet? That bullet is circling the world, and you never know when it's gonna come back on you. So you gotta learn how to deal with your actions, man. There are repercussions. Like, you shot that kid, they're gonna have people on your ass. You gotta deal with that. So that's something. And so that's how the episode pretty much ends, man. And, like, he's shooting off, and, like, he starts smiling and this up. Camera died and stuff. It's hot as hell out here. But that's the episode, man. And, like, we're gonna see. She kind of created a monster. He's shooting his gun. He's smiling and stuff. Like, he enjoys this. Like, that's the beginning of his cycle down the wrong path. But we're gonna see what continues to happen in this series, man. I enjoyed it, man. They have a lot of good characters. I like Jukebox. I like the brothers, the mother and stuff. Joey Badass. Omar Epps seems like gonna be a good character. Like, yes, that's my thoughts, man. I like the series premiere. I'm not gonna give this I give it a B plus. I give it a B plus. I ain't gonna give it like a number rating or whatever. But yeah, man, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens and what new characters are introduced and how ruthless Kanan gets and whatnot. Like, comment, subscribe. Gonna be the greatest and most hated man. Holla at your boy. Peace.